We're super close to the exams now, and the advice that I'm giving to my literature students is not trying to memorize masses of quotes out of context. What you really want to do is start to build mental models and make connections with the big theme. What is the writer's intention? What is the thesis statement? And how do key events and key quotes support the writer's intention? So ultimately, the best way to revise for literature is to look at old exam questions and build mini thesis statements and mind maps of the big idea, the writer's intention, how he's using a character to convey the big idea. How is he using a character to drive the plot forward? How is language in the quotes being used to reinforce meaning? If you're not creating sustained arguments, if you're just writing responses out of context, you're not going to get into the higher grades, the higher bands. So if you have an exam question on Macbeth, which is how is Lady Macbeth presented as powerful, you might want to pose the question. Begin with a thesis statement about Shakespeare's big intention. Shakespeare's using the play to explore the idea of going against the god's divine order and the destruction that will happen when we reject divine order and go against the divine rights of kings. In Shakespeare's time, there was a big belief in the chain of being. Shakespeare was writing the play for James I, who was fearful of feminine power and witchcraft and wanted to warn the audience against going against the king. But James was very paranoid of people trying to usurp the throne, and therefore Shakespeare uses the play as a vehicle to warn the audience about the perils of doing so. And then you can go into key moments where Lady Macbeth is presented as powerful. But then you want to think, well, how is she going against the big chain of being? Oh, she's subverting feminine order. She's subverting gender roles. Why is this important? Ask yourself. And, and these are this is how you organize your mind maps and your revision. Not just memorizing quotes out of context. Writer's big intention, the big theme, how the character or the idea or the theme is being presented, and the quote is being used to reinforce the idea. Ooh. Okay, so same with the poems, same with any set text that you have. You want to organize your thinking in those ways and build those mental models, so when you get to the exam, it flows. You won't have to think.